What does Ernest Hemingway, Charles Darwin, and Ludwig van Beethoven have in common with Bill Gates, Marilyn Monroe, and George Lucas? They all use a notebook in their creative routine. You can use a notebook in endless ways. You can write anything you want in your notebook. But in this video, I'm going to focus on two things that are beneficial for your creative work. A notebook is perfect to collect ideas. And I think you should have your own notebook or your own system to collect your ideas, so you don't have to sit and wait around for that inspiration to come upon you. If you have your notebook or your device to collect your ideas, you can always refer back to it when you need some kind of inspiration or some ideas to work on. It's a good idea to have a small notebook that you can bring along with you, so you don't have to only collect your ideas if you are at home. Because oftentimes we get the best ideas when we're outside of home and we get new inspiration and new stimuli. Stimuli? Yeah, you know what I mean. When you get new input. And there are many different kinds that you can use, and it all depends on what kind of creative work you are doing. Another way to use your notebook is to reflect on your creative work, to write about the thoughts you have, and to reflect on what you have done. If you do this regularly, you will get a deeper insight and understand your creative work on a much deeper level. And I think both these ways to use a notebook can be very beneficial. Now, if you have two separate notebooks for these two separate events, or if you do it all in one, that's all up to you. It depends on what kind of work you do and what kind of person you are. Today, the variety is endless. If we're talking about regular paper notebooks that you can write in, there are so many options to choose from. In size, from the smallest to as big as you can carry. And then you have all kinds of possibilities with the different kinds of papers. You can have clean white, line, dotted. You get the idea. But there is also, of course, another kind of notebook if you are into music. You can have a notebook with stave, so you can directly write notes, musical notes, in your book. This is also a kind of notebook. So it all depends on what you do. Find the kind of notebook that suits you. If you are a visual artist, maybe you would like to have a notebook with just plain white papers, so you can make drawings. And drawings from different things, different objects or people that you see, that is also a kind of idea collection. So it doesn't have to be written words. Those are the analog versions. Now, we have today a lot of digital possibilities as well. For instance, you can use your cell phone, and there are so many apps where you can write words, or you can write with a pen on it, or you can use it to record when you speak, or if you play something that you want to remember how it sounds. Endless possibilities. And then, of course, you can have separate devices that record your speaking or record sounds. Think about what kind of ideas you need to collect. For your creative work, what would be most beneficial? Paper or digital, or a combination of both? And then you stick with it. If you like those notebooks and you buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, several different kind of notebooks, And then you have different kind of apps to collect ideas there and ideas there. Then suddenly you're going to have ideas everywhere. So you have to focus on one or two options. I would recommend one paper and one digital. I use both digital and analog myself, but I really recommend that you write by hand if possible for you. Because when you write by hand your ideas and your thoughts, it gets processed in a completely different way. There is a cognitive process that goes on in your head when you write with a pen and paper that you lose when you do it on a keyboard. So, if possible, use pen and paper, and you can use the digital as a complement. Now, I would like to know how many of you are already using a notebook. What kind of notebook are you using and for what? And how does it work for you? Share your thoughts in the comment section. One benefit of having a notebook or some kind of system to collect your ideas, and also a way to reflect on your creative thoughts, is that you keep your creative blocks at bay. If you have collected your ideas already, you are less likely to get stuck. You always have something to pick that you can start working on. If you have problems in your creativity and you feel stuck, I recommend you watch this video. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye!